Okay. Hey guys. Now that we have our planeswalkers, at least a good core of them, let's start targeting some cards to buy. So we still have we're still pretty far from being able to get some cards from Jewels. So we're not going to worry about that yet. Instead, we're going to look at what premium packs we can buy. And I would say right now, target Origins, because there are a lot of good cards in Origins. Even though it's the first set that came out, it's the basis of a lot of different strategies. And there are actually a lot of good cards in Origins, and they will always be relevant. Remember, there's Standard and Legacy. So Standard is the card pool that you can use in most new events, and it's what keeps the game relevant by rotating these cards in and out. So right now, we want to build our base to build everything else off of once we start collecting more premium packs of the newer sets. So let's go ahead and buy an Origins pack, and then I can talk about the rest of the cards. So, Cave of Koilos. So that means the rest of these are going to be duplicates. And always go for the premium packs. Just save up for them. I hate getting duplicates of the same card in one pack. But Mantle of Webs, that's a good card. Infectious Bloodlust has its uses, but not great. See, I already got another one of these, but at least the rest of these will still be new. Acolyte in the Inferno. So the rest of these are going to be duplicates. Iroa's Champion is a decent card. Oh, Unholy Hunger, that's a really good card. That is one you'll use forever, basically. We always get a guaranteed rare as the last card. Return all the creatures to the battlefield to their own hand. If there's no room in the player's hand, the creatures are destroyed, bypassing any immunity. So this can be a decent board wipe if you are playing without creatures, or you just need to restart your strategy. If your opponent got a big hand against you, you could use this and just put everything back in their hand, all their creatures, I should say. So the cards, new cards we got here, what's really useful? Unholy Hunger, definitely useful. Definitely a card you will use a lot. Destroy target creature, and that means you can destroy one of your own creatures you can target, and that will help with certain objectives. So that's a good card for that reason. It'll always be relevant for that reason. Displacement Wave is pretty situational, but some people like using board wipes, others don't. And so you may use this one, but you may not. JM Day Tomb, not a good card. Infectious Bloodlust, it's an okay card. You're much better off having a support that gives your creature haste, but it's nice to target your creature with haste if you really need to sometimes. Act of Treason, I'm not crazy about the gain control for one turn cards, but it's got its uses, but I don't think you'll use it that much once you get better cards. Goldforge Sentinel is an okay card, but I think at this point we have better creatures. Iroa's Champion is a good card, and it's even better once you're able to get it out without paying its full mana cost. But it's alright. I think with our Ajani, it's a good card to put prevent damage on and just have it wipe out everything that it can go against. Caves of Koilos, good gem convert. Well, it's actually not a very good gem converter card, but it's an okay card. It gives us a way to convert a gem to white finally. Mantle of Webs is a card I like. You'll definitely get better cards later on, but Mantle of Webs is a pretty solid card for buffing at this point in our journey. And that's not good. But cool. Yeah, we also got 220 orbs from all of our duplicates. Are we close to crafting? No, not quite yet. As you collect more cards and start filling out your sets, you'll start to get more orbs. So once you're like in platinum, you'll probably be able to craft a mythic once every like 2-ish weeks, 2.5 weeks or so. And let's check out everything else that is available in the vault right now. Puzzle Masters, these I would say you're still pretty far from really wanting to target these yet. Plus also there's a big change to these happening where they're all going to merge into one one set. The advantage to these is there are some really powerful cards, and they are also going to be permanently in standard, so you'll be able to use them in just about every event except for block restricted ones. So right now in my main account, I'm targeting Puzzle Masters green because there's some great gem conversion cards, and if you need to see what's in the things, you just go into this little where it says view cards, in case you haven't figured that out, and then you can just go through here and see which cards are in here. So the reason I wouldn't target these yet is because there actually are a lot of cards in Origins, and since Origins is the easiest to collect, the least expensive to craft, you should try and fill out your whole set of Origins before you start jumping into Puzzle Masters. And 250 crystals for one card, and if you're gonna spend it and get like, I don't know, an Origins rare, it's kind of a waste of crystals. So that's my recommendation there. But on the upside, you can get some really powerful cards. Right now, this is the current most up-to-date set, Crimson Vow. So a lot of really useful cards in this new set, but you're going to pay 40 crystals more for a premium pack than what you're paying for everything else. But some really good cards. Oh yeah, I just got Creepy Puppeteer recently. I don't have a lot of token generators right now, so it's not doing a lot for me right now. But yeah, so there's still a lot for me to get from that set. Midnight Hunt, also a pretty good set. And it's 20 crystals to collect less than the most current set, but it's all in the same block. And there's also Vanguards. Innistrad Midnight Hunt has some really powerful Vanguards. And once you get 120 jewels, the pink ones, I would recommend trying to pull a few times for especially Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. That's a really just an ace card. Like, you'll use that card in everything you put it in. So, or in every deck that can handle that card, you'll want it in, because it's such a good card. And if we do pull it, we can talk about that later. But Renin 6 is also a pretty good Vanguard. It's a really good gem converter. Renin 7 is probably the third best Vanguard. Although, the more I've used it, the more I actually kind of like Renin 7 a little bit more than Renin 6, because it's a pretty cheap amount of loyalty, or not loyalty, but support shields that you need to get to its ultimate ability, which is basically taking 4 of the cards in your graveyard and just putting them in your hand at full mana. So that's a really good card. So of all the Vanguard sets that are available for you right now, we're not too far from being able to spend jewels on this pack. So once you get there, you might as well. Dungeons and Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realms has some really solid cards. Ones that you should look for are Wizard class. There are other ones too, but it's the problem with this set is there are so many good cards, but they're mostly in the behind the rarity class of rare and above. Some really strong mythics and masterpieces. The dragons are staples in the current meta, but right now Wizard class is the card to go for at our level. It will make casting spells so much easier and makes a lot of cool strategies happen. Kaldheim and Zendikar Rising. Zendikar Rising has a lot of really good cards, but it's going to be the next set to rotate out of standard, so I would be a little careful about spending crystals to grab a lot of cards from that set, so beware about that. From the Vault, this is a card set that we are restricted to in Seize the Day, that event, so there are a lot of good cards, but you will only be able to use them in legacy events, and you're better off probably just playing Seize the Day and getting cards from it through that. Throne of Eldraine Vanguard cards are not worth spending jewels on for a couple of reasons. As far as I know, there aren't any really good ones, and they're not in the current standard. So I would spend more resources in what's in the current standard rotation. Shadows over Innistrad is an old set, which is why it's so cheap right now. I mean, for that much, since we're so early in the game, it might be worth spending that crystals on something like that. But if you want to compete in events, once we get further along in the game, we have more of our planeswalkers leveled up, you probably don't want to spend crystals on a lot of old sets like that. And here are the elite packs. So these are the ones that you can only spend the mana jewels on. And so this is the rare plus packs. You can get duplicates from, so that's why they're cheaper. And although there is some really good stuff in there, Faithbound Judge is a staple in white right now. Problem is, if you pull from there, you can get a duplicate. There's no guarantee that I don't just pull another creepy puppeteer, and so I wasted crystal. So my recommendation once you get into platinum is that you always pull for 400 crystals, because you'll always get a new card from that. And so that's pretty much how it goes. Oh, okay, we got a new free booster to get. And that's how those elite packs work. Creature into that. Yeah, that's okay. So those will be really good to save your resources for once you get there, but that won't be until we get into platinum. So right now, because we're just in bronze, we're getting our jewels pretty slowly. So just 15 more jewels and we'll get to pull from the Innistrad Midnight Hunt Rare Plus pack. And looking forward to that. Okay, I think that about covers everything. So, yeah, that is what we got from our origin. So, let's see if there's anything that from our new pack that we want to throw into our decks here. Still very far from being able to save runes to get new deck slots. But camaraderie hasn't been as great as I want it to be. So let's go ahead and put no, there's nothing that in here that I really want to put in here. I don't think I got anything new. Caves of Koilos. No. I don't like him changing gems to black, so instead, how about I put in Champion of Iroas. Iroas is champion. So, do I need Dual Craft Trainer in there? I do like that I can give double strike to my other creatures, so yeah, okay. We'll roll with that and see how that goes. And my Casmina is now at level 36. And let me see. So instead of Stratus Walk, I think I'm going to do, what's it called? Mantle of Webs. So I can put it on my Brood Monitor and give my Scions reach. Don't think there's anything else I really want to throw in here. Is there anything else new? What's this do? Old growth troll. This creature dies. It's not bad, but not great. Yeah, let's just roll with this for a while. Anything I want to throw into this Bolus deck? Vengeful Reaper is a cool card. Is there anything I want to take out for it? Not sure. Creepy Puppeteer is cool, but I don't have... If I created a zombie deck, I might put Creepy Puppeteer in there, but I don't have very good... token generators yet. Definitely want to put that in here. I don't know if there's anything else. Maybe Cruel Revival. And Unholy Hunger instead of Cruel Revival. Definitely an upgrade there. Yeah, that's right. After I went on and on about how good Unholy Hunger is, I should put it in here. I'll take out... I'll take out Team Pennant. Put in Cartouche of Zeal. Gives our creatures +2/+2 in haste. So that's a good one to have. Cool. Alright. Well, that should give us a nice little boost to our Planeswalkers, and let's play around with our new cards. Alright, till next time, I'll see you. Alright, till next time, keep questing on.